Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, it's been a crazy weekend the past several days at HCS Worlds in Seattle. As you probably know, I was running a Digsite booth there showcasing the new ODST cut missions or prototype missions, as well as a cut Halo Reach Firefight mission, and a couple interesting vehicles and weapons on it too. So, a lot of people have been asking, when will these be released? Well, the answer is right now. Both of these are available right now on Steam Workshop, and a link is in the description down below. So for the rest of this video, now that these are released, I will be doing a overview of all the missions and maps for those of you who want to watch, or if you can't, try it for yourself, because it is only available on Steam Workshop, only on PC. Still no Xbox, unfortunately. But I do hope one day we can still get Halo mods on Xbox. Also, I did lose my voice a little bit at the event. There's a lot of loud back and forth talking at the booth. So, yeah. Anyways, the first map available, we'll be starting with the ODST stuff. The first one available is called Mombasa Streets. And this one is a early version of Mombasa Streets, because obviously Mombasa Streets was in the final game. But as you can see, it is a very early prototype of it, and very much early work in progress. And the final version of Mombasa Streets is way different. But on this map, in this build, there are no enemies. This one is mostly just an exploration mission. You can do the objectives. There are 2 objectives on this that lead to the other 2 missions included in this. Or you can actually explore around. It's a pretty big city still to walk around. I mean, it's not as big as the final Mombasa Streets, but there's still a lot to explore, and there are a couple secrets on it as well, which I'll cover in a later video. But let's do the first objective, which is the helmet right there, and that will load into the next mission called Underground. So this mission, most people agree, and it basically looks like a early version of Data Hive. In the game files, it is actually called SC-100, which is Tayari Plaza in the final game. But it's definitely not Tayari Plaza, or at least at the time, or in the final version, it's nowhere near that. But it does appear to be more of a early version or early concept of what would eventually become Data Hive. But it's still very different from Data Hive as well. It looks like you're more like an underground sewer system, or a power plant facility. Neither of which you really entered in the final version, or even in Data Hive. But some areas like this room, it does kind of remind me of Data Hive a little bit. And I feel like it probably was a concept for Data Hive. But ultimately, I'd say most of this concept area probably never made it into the final game. But anyways, to complete this mission, you have 2 ways of completing it. You can take this elevator, but you need to make sure you get off right away. Otherwise, that elevator will keep going to the ceiling and you will be crushed. Or instead of the elevator, you could take the stairs if you want to get some steps in. But yeah, just come around over here, go through this hallway, and the stairs will be right here. There is some tunnels down here as well, but they go somewhere else. You want to take the stairs up if you want to finish the mission. So the stairs also lead to the top, and you just simply make your way to the second level of the catwalks up here. And up here, there won't be any enemies just yet, but once you hit the second floor, there will be drones that spawn in, and there'll be a lot of them. You could try to fight them, and you probably will need to on a harder difficulty, or you could beeline it to the elevator here, and that will end the mission. And the elevator will take off during a cutscene, and that will end the mission and load us back into Mombasa Streets again. It basically works exactly like how it does in the final game. You find a clue on Mombasa Streets, loads the next mission, you beat that mission, it comes back to Mombasa Streets with a different cutscene, and you go to the next clue. And the next clue is this way, and you don't have to do it in this order either for Mombasa Streets. You can actually, just like in the final version, you could do it in any order you want. It's just that the recommended order is is the one that you see in this video. But you could do it in the reverse order. There's only 2 objectives anyways, but you could do it either or. So this next one will look very familiar. This one is the sniper rifle. It actually says inspect drone fiber optics, but yeah, you just find it here, and this should look very similar. This is a very early animation of the scene where the rookie discovers Romeo's sniper rifle on the ground, or actually it's like dangling on the power line, but in this case it's on the ground. But that loads to the next mission called Rooftops, which is very clearly an early version of NMPD HQ. Now the game files though, it's called SC-110, which is Uplift Reserve, but this is obviously not Uplift Reserve. But it's a pretty cool prototype cutscene at the beginning as well. You see like a Marine there, like a Jackal is about to jump the Marine, and I'm guessing that's Romeo. He snipes the Jackal. But yeah, so you and your squad are up here on the rooftops, and your only objective on this mission is to just kill all the enemies, and that's basically it actually. Once you kill the enemies, the mission will end. So this one, you have a phantom fly-in that would drop off 3 different squads of enemies, 3 different waves, and you just gotta take them all out. And what I noticed during the demo on this mission is that it is very easy to get knocked off the building. We even had a couple like Halo Studios employees come play the demo as well, and they also fell off the rooftops a lot. So yeah, it's apparently like, yeah, it's easy to get knocked off, and some people like even turn on skulls like cowbell, which makes explosions like more bouncy, I should say. And yeah, people were just flying off the roofs, and the checkpoints, you don't get too many checkpoints on this, so often people just did end up starting over and over and over. But anyways, so far it seems like people this is like one of the favorite missions of people. Like, it was very enjoyable, and when people only got like a few minutes to play at a time, because a lot of people did come by the booth, and we had a lot of people request like Mombasa Streets, and a lot of people request this mission as well. There are a lot of people that requested Underground as well, but I would say this is one of the more popular ones too that people requested to play, because most people only got to pick one mission, unless there was like no line or anything like that. But yeah, so once you take out the last enemy, this familiar cutscene will play as well. But there will be some differences as well. Aside from the early like animation on it, there's a few differences, and you can actually see like apparently it was meant to be like Romeo could like parry with the hammer. It's actually a pretty cool effect there. But yeah, so that ends that mission, and once again we're back to Mombasa Streets with another cutscene as well. And that's actually it for Mombasa Streets. There's no more objectives. So the rest of this is just basically in free roam. You can't really do any more objectives at this point. So the mission doesn't end either. So you're free to just explore around and do whatever you like, and then end the mission yourself when you're done exploring. The last mission we have in this is the map 3 Kiva, which is a cut Halo Reach Firefight map. It is actually based on this area in Winter Contingency, I guess this farm area, and it was supposed to be a firefight mission set here, but apparently it was cut because the pathfinding was a little wonky on it for AI, and also there was just so many trees and mountains for like phantoms and spear dropships to come in. It's just not much space for them to be, but it was restored, and it actually works very well. I mean, it's pretty fun. It's a little big for like a solo player, so I would recommend maybe you get like a squad together. Be probably more fun, but you could do it solo still. I mean, I still find it enjoyable playing it solo. And on this firefight map, there's 2 versions included actually on Steam Workshop. There's the HCS demo version, which you see right here, where I have also added a cut vehicle and a cut weapon. The cut weapon being the Forerunner Staff, and the cut vehicle being the Kodiak. I've also included the original version of this map that doesn't have these things on it, so it doesn't break the balancing of the Firefight map, because especially the vehicle, which you'll see in a little bit, the Kodiak, it does very much break the balancing. The story behind the Forerunner staff is that it was originally a Foreigner themed flag that's meant to be used in multiplayer on maps that were like Forerunner themed. So instead of using the regular flag, you would use the Foreigner staff, but obviously that was cut and we just ended up using the regular flag for everything. The next thing we have is the Kodiak here, which is it's a very cool vehicle, and it's actually very similar to like the Wolverine from Halo Wars. You could drive it around, or you could switch it to siege mode, and once in siege mode, it anchors to the ground and you can fire missiles. It's meant to be an anti-air vehicle, but it actually works pretty well as an anti-personnel vehicle. Very unbalanced for Firefight though. But anyways, that's basically it for all these maps. That's basically a general overview. Feel free to try it out for yourself and let us know what you think. Did you enjoy these maps? Do you think it's pretty cool? Do you want to see more from the Digsite team and so on? Just let us know in the comments down below. But aside from that, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!